Chainsaw Man is adapted from Tatsuki Fujimoto's acclaimed manga, and the Rize arc movie has finally made its way to the big screen. Since the season 1 adaptation, I've been eager to see how the film translates this series' unique blend of intuitive action, dark humor, and that deep human storytelling amongst the devil threats. Now, at the heart of this series is its successful way of adapting the synergy between the manga and the screen translation. It just has a lot of stunning animation style, a smart and sharp character writing, and really good progression throughout the story. But first, let's look back on season 1 on the anime and see how far Denji has came before we go into the Rize movie review. Now, the series drops us into this gritty, demon infested world, focusing on Denji, an impoverished young man whose life is forever altered when he merges with his pet devil, Puchata. Season 1 covers Denji's recruitment into the public safety devil hunters and his struggle for survival, amongst the escalating threat of the gun devil. Now, a random aside, let me talk about the gun devil real quick. He's a powerful devil that embodies the fear of guns. Now, he's caused mass death in his first appearance, killing over 1.2 million people globally in 5 minutes, and later attacked Japan, killing Aki's family. Now, the gun devil's body was fragmented and distributed amongst various places and nations, who uses the pieces to gain power in their own right. He ends up getting betrayed and killed by the Yakuza in a crazy manner, and one of the Yakuza is possessed by the zombie devil. But Puchita sacrifices himself and merges with Denji, reviving him as Chainsaw Man, an awesome character with a great design, and he's a hybrid capable of manifesting chainsaws from his limbs. And later in the series, his powers start to evolve even more, throwing ropes made with chainsaws out and using his chainsaws to rev across the floor. It's really awesome how his power starts to evolve. They have a great bond, and it's fueled by mutual hardship and Denji's simple dream for good food, a place to live, and someday some true affection. Hey man, Denji is a everyman character for every guy out there. He's a great MC. Gotta give him some props. Now, Denji's resurrection, it catches the eye of Mikami, and let me tell you, she is a very, very fine woman. The entire internet was down bad for her. Can you blame us? Can you blame us? She's kind of bad. She's a mysterious and powerful public safety devil hunter. She offers Denji new life, food, shelter, and purpose. That's if he joins the squad. Now, Denji, entranced by Mikami and her promises, he eagerly accepts. He's introduced to his new colleagues, the stoic Aki, who harbors a vendetta against the gun devil. And I remember the scene when Aki and Denji first met and they started kicking the crap out of each other. Denji had him down and kicked him right in the nutsack. That was hilarious. And a wild, impulsive blood fiend known as Power. Crazy ass. Now, these early missions pit the gang against formidable devils. First off, the Bat Devil, who kidnaps Power's cat, and the Leech Devil, who nearly kills Denji. Now, throughout all these battles, Denji's unpredictable fighting style and the resilience of him never giving up, it earns him reluctant respect from both Aki and Power, and they start to form a truly connective bond. Now, the character of Aki, he has a truly tragic past, and he's determined to defeat the Gun Devil, and that provides an emotional depth to the team, while Power and her chaotic energy brings a sense of levity and a release of tension in high stakes moments. Now, one of the most intense arcs features Denji's squad trapped in a hotel by the Eternity Devil, a creature that manipulates time and space. Now, the devil demands that Denji's life comes to an end in exchange for their freedom. Now, as tempers flare and the desperation mounts, Denji's reckless heroism throwing himself into battle, using his awesome chainsaw powers, and then ultimately defeating the Eternity Devil, the ordeal itself, it just strengthened the bond amongst the squad members, and it really highlighted Denji's resolve to survive and pursue his dreams. Now, the season's climax, it centers on Denji's battle against the Katana Man, another devil-human hybrid seeking revenge for his grandfather, the Yakuza boss killed by Denji, and it gives the fight an extra tinge of emotion. The fight was truly vicious and deeply personal, with Denji ultimately emerging victorious through ingenuity and sheer determination. Now, the aftermath sees Denji and Aki reflecting on their losses and the nature of their work, while Mikami's emigmatic motives, but they remain shrouded in a cloud of mystery. Now, season 1 ends with Denji, Power, and Aki sharing a brief moment of camaraderie and peace, and having survived their ordeals. But afterwards, Mikami, she hints at a deeper conspiracy and looming threats. You just can't trust her, really. Particularly, though, the hunt for the Gun Devil, the monster responsible for the mass devastation worldwide. And in the final scenes, it introduces a mystery girl, Rize, foreshadowing new challenges and the next arc of Denji's turbulent journey. Now, in a recap, Chainsaw Man's Season 1 is a visceral exploration of trauma, desire, and survival. It juxtaposed graphic violence with moments of humor and tenderness, humanizing its eccentric devil cast. The series really integrates what it means to be human amidst all that suffering in their world, and the allure of power amongst it. It sets the stage for future revelations, just really and truly escalating the stakes. Now, all in all, for season 1 of Chainsaw Man, I have to give it a strong 8.5 out of 10. It's really well done, great pacing, well done characters, amazing cinematography, really good choreographed fight scenes. I loved each character's motivation and how it was conveyed. There's nothing much wrong with it. There were maybe a few plot contrivances, and Denji and them got out a few situations in wonky ways, but other than that, truly enjoyed it. Now, that brings us to the upcoming Chainsaw Man movie. And I love this entire part of the story and really getting to know Rize's character and everything that happened to her at the end. Now, following the Katana Man fight, Power is sent away to be drained of her excess energy. And after assigning the shark friend Beam as his temporary new partner, Mikami invites Denji to a movie date, where they cutely go out on like 10 different movies, and at the end, they finally watch a movie that both makes them cry. And Denji, he thought he didn't have a heart anymore because he had a devil inside of him. He asks her, does he still have a heart? And she cutely listens to his chest and says that he does. I really like their chemistry, even though she's a crazy evil witch. Now, feeling reinvigorated, Denji, he generously donates to the victims of the devil attack. He receives a flower and eats it. After that, he runs into a phone booth after getting surprised by a storm. And taking shelter there, he meets and befriends Rize, a girl working as a cafe employee. He gives her the flower cutely, and they both hit it off. And despite his alarm bells, he visits the cafe quickly, where she takes a quick liking to him. And I love how their relationship was conveyed quickly and concisely, but at the same time gave depth to it. He continues to come by for a whole week, and then he tells her that he's never been to school. And then she takes him over to the school, and they have some really good fun in there, if you know what I mean. And they have a really nice scene in the classroom where she teaches Denji a few things and plays around as teacher and student. She also teaches him how to swim in a really sweet scene in the pool. Rize heads to the bathroom and runs into a psycho and chases Rize all the way up to the roof. Man pulls out a knife and she attacks him and surprisingly folds him like origami. And then she makes a contract with the Typhoon Devil soon afterwards. Back in the classroom, Denji wrestles with his feelings towards Mikami and for Rize, and man, I don't blame him. Both of them, truly some baddies. Rize, fine ass, finally asks Denji to a festival and leads him on to a secluded spot to watch the fireworks. And as I thought, they got it on a little bit, and out of nowhere, she asks him to leave the public safety and run away with her. And call me down bad if you want to, but hear me out, bro. Just hear me out. I might have done it. I don't know. Maybe. That's just me. I would have truly maybe dipped out in a heartbeat, but his old goofy self refuses, and rightfully so. When she starts to kiss him, and I didn't expect this, I felt my heart in my throat when I saw blood, and she stuck out her tongue, had his tongue in her mouth. Oh my goodness. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Again, I'm an anime only with this, so it shocked the heck out of me. Before she can go in for the killing blow, Beam, my boy, Shark Man, came out of nowhere and clutched up so many times in the film. It ended up forcing Rize to reveal her hybrid form as the Bomb Devil in attempts to catch up with them. Now, Mikami assigned the Angel Devil to Aki, and during their patrols before this happening right now, he asked them to get to know each other and also get along. But Angel lacks empathy and he's very lazy towards humans. And as a devil, he's already a source of contempt between Aki, given his past. And he also just will never get along with any devil at all. Beam carries an injured Denji to the Public Safety Division 2 headquarters where Aki and Angel are. Now, the four of them, they attempt to escape by car while the other public safety members battle Rize. And oh my god, she had both of their heads just hanging there in front of them, took them out with no problem. Rize is a beast. Now, as she's rampaging through the streets, causing just absolute destruction, everywhere is being destroyed by her powers. But Denji fights her and ultimately gets defeated, using her body parts as explosive. My boy was getting the sticks laid to him. It was something to behold in the theaters. Now, as Aki and the others tried to keep up with Rize and tried to save Denji, the Typhoon Devil arrived to assist her out of nowhere, causing a tornado right in the middle of Tokyo. It was insane. Denji is once again saved by Angel, who, along with Beam, encourages him to use his chainsaws wisely when fighting. But this idiot gets on top of him and starts to use Beam as a horse, essentially, and riding around. That scene was insane how they animated all that. Now, Beam and Denji, they go Kobe and Shaq in the fourth quarter and literally just go ham on the Typhoon Devil, using his chainsaws in wild ways. It was amazing. With Beam's help, Denji successfully manages to kill the Typhoon Devil with them crazy chainsaws. But Rize severely injures Beam and attempts to protect Denji. With all three of them landing close to the sea, Denji uses his loose chains to tie up Rize, and both of them fall into the waters. She's unable to use her explosion abilities because of it, and they sink to the bottom. Denji rescues Beam and Rize, and they both sit on the beach, while Rize admits her mission has failed. She admits that she's never had feelings for Denji, but in response, he offers to run away with her and asks her to meet him in the cafe during lunch after getting kneed in the balls. The coldest guy in Chainsaw Man comes out of nowhere. Kishibe privately reveals to Aki that Rize is an agent sent by the Soviet Union after she was experimented on as a child. And although Rize changes her mind about running away alone, she heads to the cafe to meet Denji. And then she is literally picked apart by Mikami and Angel, throwing down spears right on top of her, not even allowing her to transform. So, all in all, it was a beautiful movie at the end. Crazy. Now, what truly sets Chainsaw Man apart for me is the character writing. The protagonists, especially Denji, are more than just vehicles for the action. They are deeply complex, flawed, and relatable individuals. Now, the screenplay for both season 1 and the movie, it carefully navigates those motivations, vulnerabilities, and the shifting alliances within the public safety. It always allows the audience to connect with them on an emotional, deeper level. Now, the dialogue was really sharp in the movie. It was often laced with dark humor, reflecting the manga's tone and giving each character a distinct and unique voice. Now, from the opening sequence, the animation, it was truly nothing short of breathtaking for me. The film employs just a dynamic camera movements and super richly detailed backgrounds. It immersed me in a world that was both gritty and a bit surreal. It just masterfully used those colors, lighting, and it used it to great effect for heightening tension and emotion. The animation doesn't just serve as a backdrop for the narrative, it elevates it actually. For example, Denji's internal struggles and moments of vulnerability, they're enhanced by subtle character expressions and body languages, rendered in just the most exquisite detail. So, all in all, for the Rize arc movie, I have to give it a strong 9 out of 10. The animation was impeccable, the pacing was well done, there was no plot contrivances for the most part, each character was elevated to a position of prominence in my mind, and they just did a really wonderful job of rendering the animation and bringing the manga to life. I'm looking forward to the second season and any other movies possibly after this. So, that's all from me. I appreciate you listening this long. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, do all that good stuff, YouTube. I'll be doing more anime reviews and character analysis soon. Follow the socials if you can. Till next time, we are out. Peace.